Back at it again with another video. My name is Dr. Champagne, disc player. Keep it champagne. Champion mentality, ability to adapt, seek knowledge for self, inspire in spirit, speech and behavior, or to be of high quality or best version of self. Man, today's a beautiful day. I wanted to hop on a video really quick, before I start my day even more than what it's already started, and talk about C-PTSD, complex post-traumatic stress disorder. And with this topic, a lot of people may struggle with C-PTSD or just PTSD in general, which is C-PTSD is constantly feeling unsafe even when you're completely safe. It's constantly feeling like the trauma is about to happen again, even though it's been over for an extended period of time. It's having extreme hypervigilance even when everything's fine around you. There's never a break. So what I'm gonna say with C-PTSD is it is something that you just have to kind of grow through in a lot of ways. And that kind of ties into my other videos with location, with environmental change, with your daily habit, your daily diet, how you speak to yourself, and the friends and family, or whoever you have around you, making sure that you're having people around you that are good for your health, your mental health, and your just overall health and peace. With my experience with C-PTSD, I just really had to do a lot of inner work due to experiencing narcissism or experiencing people that's trying to hurt you intentionally, whether it's the job, family, whoever it may be. Many times people will always tell you, oh, you're overreacting, or they didn't mean it that way, or, get thicker skin, or just whatever they try to tell you to try to get you out of seeing what you've seen, or get you out of knowing what you know to be true. So basically, your spirit of discernment can discern something's wrong, can discern that this is trying to engulf me or entrap me. This is happening to me. And you can be gaslit to believe that it's not what it really is. So C-PTSD is something that a lot of people maybe experience during the workplace, maybe experience during family gatherings, due to just whatever kind of trauma that has happened to them. For me personally, like I say, I do my best to eat healthy, live an active lifestyle. Today I rode my mountain bike, not even far, just enough to get my heart rate up, just enough to get my body in motion. I also, use some of the medical cannabis that has been prescribed to me. I have used just certain products that have helped me improve my life to kind of mitigate the recurring states of memories that you have once experienced, to get rid of, or not get rid of, but to just kind of slowly propel myself to understand that I'm no longer in a situation I was in. I'm no longer around those people that were previously trying to desecrate me. The medical cannabis has helped me improve my overall quality of life. I have more bliss in my life. Every day I do a form of journaling, whether it's journaling in my notes on the phone or actual writing. I do my best to express myself in different ways as a form of healing, as a form of transformation. So this way, when I'm walking out into the world, when I'm placed in uncomfortable positions, I already know I have the tools that I can use to make sure that I'm level-headed, grounded, and safe within my own body, safe within my own mind, not allowing outside forces to shrink my confidence, to shrink my stature and frame, to shrink my intelligence, you know. And you still have to understand things will still come about. You know, people will still try you. People will still try to what they say, poke the bear. So don't think that because you have these tools that things will not still arise. They still will arise, but you have to learn how to handle it with diligence and care. Handle it with the tools that you've been given, and not abuse anything. Don't abuse alcohol. Don't abuse the cannabis. Don't abuse the food. Don't abuse exercise. And so a big thing that I do is kind of like, I wouldn't say scheduling, because it's really not an actual definitive schedule, but scheduling based on what your body needs. So if you've been eating chicken and rice the whole time, well, you may need to switch it up to a steak every once in a while. You may need to switch it up to a I don't know what that is, a bee or a wasp or something, but you may need to switch it up and you know, switch up your habits, switch up your routines, figure out what works best for you to get into a state of confidence, a state of flow and momentum. It is different for everybody. It is not something that you can just pinpoint and say, this is the only program that's going to work. You have to be the best author of your program. You have to be the best author of your life. And understand that God is the author of your life. You know, so you, although you have free will, God is the author of your life. So you have to also follow him in, you know, the movements, you know, for your purpose. But yeah, man, C-PTSD is real. Lots of times people could just think you're being emotional or overreacting or things like that. One thing about complex C-PTSD is you struggle sometimes with relationships. Sometimes you may have a flashback maybe in your dreams, or flashbacks if you enter a certain place, they remind you of another place. You may have, it says chronic disassociation. So you may just, you know, kind of just not even be where your feet are. You may not even be present in the moment sometimes because you already done checked out. You know, there are some overlaps between PTSD and C-PTSD. And I think the biggest thing is guilt and shame. Something that I had to realize was I was taking on other people's, I wouldn't say other people's problems, but sometimes as men, you know, you want to be a protector, you want to be a provider, you want to do some things in your nature. However, in certain environments, your nature can also be disruptive. Your nature can also be insubordinate, or what they try to call insubordinate. Your nature can also be just a lot, just because you as a character are in the room. So even though that may come off that way, you still cannot shrink yourself. So like I said, shame and guilt. Do not live in shame and do not live in guilt. People will always try to make you feel shameful or guilty for things that have nothing to do with you. Let me give you an example. So let's say you're invited to like a celebration party, or just something, let's say, dealing with the family. Well, if you're in your struggles with C-PTSD, you may don't need to be around family or people right now because you're still struggling with the, you know, grasping of yourself in a lot of ways. They can easily try to shame and guilt you for not coming or being in attendance to that party, or whatever, you know, the situation may be. You cannot care. You cannot care that you're not attending and that they're mad. You cannot care that you're not attending, that they're mad, and that they're still trying to say that about you time and time again. This has nothing to do with go be mean to them. This has nothing to do with cuss them out or text them or block them. It's just letting you know that regardless, people will still try to tell you about yourself because they don't know what you're experiencing. And even if they do know what you're experiencing, they can't really help you with it. You know, even when it in regards to the medical cannabis and stuff, you know, you're gonna get a lot of questions. Well, how many of those do you smoke a day? Or do you take a gummy every time you feeling do you take a gummy every time you have a mental problem? Like they would gaslight you too. So I say all this to say, you know, don't care. When you're working on yourself, when you're improving yourself, when you're healing complex PTSD and trauma and just different things in your life to get your life in order, number one, people do see that. They may not like you healing yourself because the unhealed version of you supports their negativity. And so you just kind of have to take it on the chin. This is what I'm doing. This is the support that I'm gaining from or gathering. I do not need your commentary about it. And if I can't be around you and support myself, then I will remove myself. If you feel some type of way that I am medicating or not even medicating, just if you feel that you can't be around me, I'm okay, fine, no problem. That is, you know, a good thing to know. And like I say, you can't feel guilty about cutting people off. You can't feel guilty about not wanting to go visit people, not wanting to go hang out, not wanting to go just do anything. Your goal is to take care of you first, second, and third. You know? And if you develop relationships in the process, great. If not, great, because you're developing a better relationship with you, which is a safe relationship, which is a relationship that says, I'm choosing me, I'm not abandoning me. And anybody that want to be in my life or say that they love me, they see how I'm rocking, they see what I'm doing, and if they can't be around it, they need to get on down. So, like I said, man, my journey with C-PTSD has been a lot better. It's been, I guess right now I'm at year number 4 or 5, just kind of learning about what this is, learning the steps I need to take to be a better human, a better man, a better steward of the tools that I have. And also, you know, find things that you like to do for fun. Find things you like to do that are calm, that are peaceful, that are tranquil. You know, and understand that people are not going to understand. Understand that it is what it is and it ain't what it ain't. So I'm going to close this video out by do your own research on C-PTSD. Do your own research on the positive benefits of cannabis and post-traumatic stress disorders. Do your own research on how to develop a healthy lifestyle with all of the tools I just mentioned. The last thing I will say is journaling. Journal, journal, journal. Speak to yourself in a positive manner. Speak to yourself in a manner that says, I am a champion. I am a warrior. There is nothing that's going to stop me. There's nothing that's going to defeat me. Speak to yourself in a manner that shows yourself time and time again, even if you fell off the wagon of the horse or whatever the phrase may be. Speak to yourself in a manner that says, I will prevail. God will allow me to prevail. Don't ever take on that spirit of defeat. Don't ever take on the spirit of woe is me, I can't do nothing right, everybody hates me. Don't think that way at all. And when you say that stuff, like the positive stuff, when you journal that positive stuff, go get your medicine. Go enjoy yourself and watch your life change. And watch how you can start understanding where the attack's coming from. You can start understanding when you're having a traumatic memory, and you can easily nip it in the bud. You can easily put it out because, like I say, keep it champagne because I do not keep it poverty. My name is Dr. Champagne Displayer. You can follow me on Instagram at _Dr. Champagne _Displayer. Have a great day.